Ay, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself in my home.
Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be making a video on how to use neon overlays like the Monsterface, angel wings, etc. And I've seen lots of people making videos like this on Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, even on iPhone, but I haven't really seen anybody making a video on it on After Effects, and I know there's a lot of After Effects editors out there, so I got you guys. So what you're gonna do is open up your After Effects first off. Do what you would normally do, create a new composition. My clips only give me like 20 seconds, so I'll just use that. So check the description, you'll see two like of the overlays, one for the teeth and one for the eyes, and make sure you download both of them, and I'll show you how to use them. I'll just drag my, and then make sure you drag like your clips in. I'll drag my clips in right now, my clips and the overlays. Alright guys, so I've loaded in my clips, so what you want to do is just drag them onto your timeline right here, and off the bat you'll see this smiley face, but that's because it's on the top, so I'd suggest you dragging these to the bottom, both the eyes, and yep, both of them. And for these two, what you'd want to do is, well, first you want to trim your clip, so I'm gonna trim my clip real quick and I'll come right back. Alright guys, so I have my clip right here trimmed and scaled because I have stretch res on Fortnite, so it's kind of looks very stuffed when I'm in After Effects, but we don't have to worry about that. So basically you have your clip right here on the top, you have your right here, if you were to make this invisible, you have your mouth, and then if you were to make that invisible because it's overly, it's on top of it, so, and then right here you got your eyes. So what you want to do is, for both of these, you don't really have to mess around too much with them. You just want to go right here, like normally it's going to be off, so you see this little thing right here, the one that says expand or collapse and transfer controls, I don't know what it says, but like, yeah, the one, this third one, the one right in the middle, click on it, and you're going to see right here it's going to say mode, and you want to look where your clip is, like which clip you have selected, and make sure it's on the either the eyes overlay or the mouth. So I'll make this invisible so it's easier to see. So make sure it's on this one. You click screen and do it for both of these, both of the clips, so both of the eyes and mouth. So right here put screen, and since it's invisible you can't really since it's below, you're gonna have to, after that you're gonna have to drag both of these up since they're below, and boom, right here. This is the basis, but it's not scaled properly or moved properly. So what you want to do now, make sure you have your selection tool, like the one up here, the first one. Select the layer. You can select the mouth or eyes and just move it to its proper place. I would suggest moving the eyes first because it's just easier. So move the eyes around to move the mouth. I don't want to be going too fast because I know with a lot of these tutorials, sometimes people don't understand, a lot of people don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I just want to make it as simple as possible. So right there, you see we got the basis of it, but I feel like the mouth, you guys can tell, the mouth is a little bit too high or too low. And I want to move this up a little bit. Yeah, right there, so we got it. So look, it starts, boom. But the eyes, they stay on for a little bit too long, so what I did, pretty sure right here, right where that would, like right where the mouth would become smaller, like you want, like make sure you zoom in so it's easier. So you see the mouth there where this is like, it grows over time, and right before it shrinks back near the ending, I want it to sync with the eyes, like I want the eyes to shrink at the same time. So after I line it up with wherever it was, like wherever the mouth starts shrinking at, I want to go on that exact frame. Make sure the blue, like the time line thing or whatever it is lined up to where the mouth starts shrinking. Click on the eyes because the eyes is a little bit too long, so you want to cut it. So just click on the eyes, Control Shift D or cut it. And after that, wherever, now you want to fast forward, so wherever the eyes Like I want to go to wherever the eyes start shrinking, like right where the eyes start shrinking. And you just want to like, you can either do that or just cut it, but I think it's easier to do like whichever, or it doesn't really matter to me. And right there, yeah, boom. And you just want to sync it up with the actual one. So look, I don't want you guys to be confused. So normally this clip, the eyes, let's make all these off. The eyes was too long, so it kept on the screen, like it was still on the screen after the mouth was gone, and I didn't want that. So instead of making it shorter from the beginning, I just cut the end, so where the eyes start to shrink, it matches up with it. So I don't know, it's very confusing, but I want to show you guys now. So as you can see, it'll go like that. So the time for the eye segment where it opens, and I just pasted the part where it closed. So here's the part where it closes. I just took it from the end and just pasted it right where, and lined it up right where the mouth started to shrink. So make sure you guys do that, and then it'll look perfect. And that's for the monster face. But I want to show, I know for a lot of people they want to just see the wings, so I'll show you guys that too. So check the description for those and just put them into After Effects, and we'll be right back. Before I like just leave you guys just with the smiley face, I kind of want to like show you how to make it better. So you can add a bunch of stuff. I don't really want to like explain it. If you guys want to know, just search up all these plugins, like for example Magic Bullet Looks, all these things like BCC. And another thing I want to explain is, well, not really explain because this is really going into depth, but adding something like velocity to make your clip good. You don't always have to add velocity. I normally don't add velocity in my clips a whole lot. So I'm gonna just cut my clips. Normally I would play it out like I'm doing right now, play it out right where he shoots. I would cut the clip, and then cut the clip like a little ways off after, and just cut the rest off. So right now you have the beginning, the start of the clip like leading up, and then right to the shot you cut it. So right here, for example, if I were to turn it off, it would just be like this, boom, right there. But right here, what I would normally do, you don't have to, this is gonna be a bad tutorial for, I might drop another tutorial like for real with velocity, but for now what you would want to do is put a keyframe at the end of your clip, and if there already is keyframes beforehand, like this one that's here, just delete it after you place down your keyframes. And you would just like, right now I would want to sync it with the song. Wait, I want to sync it when he says A. Right around there. I don't know, sometimes I just pause it because it's a very bad habit. You guys do not like do that. I'd suggest you just go into your thing and looking at the waveforms. But normally I would just listen and pause at the perfect time.
Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking.
And then right
I'm tweaking.
That's when the clip ends. So like it's pretty perfect in my opinion. So what you would want to do after that is highlight all your keyframes. Like highlight all of them, and then click F9 on your keyboard. So click F9, and that should easy ease it. And what easy ease does is like makes it into like a squiggly line basically. That's what I like to call it. And after your clip will look
paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking my,
yeah, your clip looks pretty different, as you can tell. But sometimes I would leave it like that, like legitimately I would leave it like that, but normally I don't. So what you want to do is put your keyframes more upwards, like one of them more higher and the other one more down. That's something most people would do. So after you're doing that, just copy mines. Well, I hate when people say copy mines, but pretty much it is just copying. Like what you want to do, this is the ideal thing. This one up, this one down. So like this where it goes fast, and it goes slow, then it goes fast again. Like when it goes up, it's where it goes fast, so fast, slow, fast. So sometimes if you want to do like one that syncs with your shots even, you can do that, but you have to get very familiar with it.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking, locking myself in.
As you can see, oh yeah, when the song sounds a bit different, it's because it's lagging. And after that, usually what I'll do is add Gaussian blur. So you just type in Gaussian blur. It doesn't have to be BCC Gaussian blur, but they're pretty much the same, I feel like. And add it to your clip. And when you drag it onto your clip. Okay, so once you have on your clip, what you would want to do, like what I would do, is keyframe horizontal and vertical blur, put them to 0. And by keyframe, I mean like click the little stopwatch thingies, alright? And then make sure the thing is at the beginning of your clip, and add like the keyframes. Like, well, you're not gonna put them at 0, 0, but I just like you can change them. For now, I'll just put them at like 10. Oh, not 10. 10 it might be too strong, so I would say 5 and 5. So 5 for horizontal, 5 for vertical. And what you would want to do after that is go a little bit forward, like around, yeah, like probably around there, like couple frames, or like even a second more, and then put your things to 0. Put the things to 0, so it'll look like something like this.
I'm tweaking, locking myself in my home.
Well, maybe that's a little bit too fast, so sometimes you could move your keyframes forward. That's what I would like to do, instead of just typing it manually. It's easier.
Tweaking,
so yeah, there's a little bit of blur, as you can see.
I'm tweaking.
Well, you can't really see it because I'm running in quarters, since like my GPU is trash. But as you can see, there's blur in it.
I'm tweaking.
And yeah, there's like blur, and then it zooms out like that. So yeah, that's what I really like to do. You could easy ease them if you want, but I don't see the point in easy easing. But you could highlight all of them and click. You could highlight all of them and click F9 if you really want to. So after that, your clip just looks like this.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking, locking myself in my home.
It looks pretty good. Okay, so now what you want to do is import your clip, like your Fortnite clip, and check the description for the download for the wings, and drag it. After you download it, drag it into After Effects, and we'll get right back to it. Now I have my thing downloaded, so what I'm doing, I'm just dragging it in, and make sure you check the description. All the download links will be there. Just download them and drag them into After Effects. Alright, so what you do now after you have it in After Effects is you just, like what we did before, you put it at the bottom. What I would like to do is make those not seeable, and make sure you click the little thing in the middle, like this little thing in the middle. Go to the clip layer where it says mode. Go to like where it says the neon FX whatever, and put it on screen. And after that, you can turn these on. Make sure the overlays are always above the clip so you can see them. And what you would want to do for these, it has a lot to do with scaling. What I did roughly there was, every time the character would move, you just want to, for the neon, click on it, click P on your keyboard for positioning of it, and use the keyframes, like this little stopwatch here at the beginning, to click the beginning position, like how I did. I'm gonna just redo it real quick for all of you guys. So what I did is, I would, right there where it's at, if it's not on your character, just move it around to where your character is and position it. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, but you can do that. It's kind of hard though, but yeah, make sure you kick the keyframe, like move it to where your character is, and then click the little stopwatch, and then whenever your character moves, like how my character just moved, wherever you see the numbers, just move them around. This one moves it left and right, and this one moves it up and down. So what you want to do is just drag around, play around with it until you get it in the perfect spot. And then after that, make sure, if you want to go precise with it, like make it very precise on your character, make sure you go through like almost every frame, not almost every frame, but like close to every frame. So every time your character even moves a little bit, you'd move with it. Every time they moved a little bit again, you'd move it up. So even these, like this one, it's still on my character still, so I don't have to move it a lot. Yep, it's staying on her, to be honest. Yep, I kind of want to move it down. And then move it here. It's kind of to the, it's going to the left, so I'm gonna move it right. And then move it over here, since I kind of wanted to finish off on her back at least. And then, yep. So let's see how it looks. So every time you move, make sure, like every time your character moves, just move the numbers and play around with it until it's on your character. Go to a different one, go to a different part of the clip where it moves again, change the numbers, play around with it until like it looks like this. So
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking my.
So pretty much it was following her for the majority of the time. I'm pretty sure there's other easier ways to do it, but this is the way I like doing it.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm
As you
tweaking.
can tell, I didn't really use scale. If you feel like it's too big, click S on your keyboard at certain parts if you feel like it's too big, and then you can, like, scale makes it bigger and smaller, so just moving it up and down. I'm gonna undo that because I feel like it's perfect.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking.
Okay, I accidentally undid the positioning. Like I said before, I wanted to finish her back, so I'm just gonna move it over where she is, from where she is. Yep. And then it finishes, so it looks like this.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking my.
But like what I said before is wherever she moves in the clip, like if it was over here, for example, and she was over there, I would just move it over, and then it would stay that way. Like you just move it over to her body, and then if she moves again a little bit, just move it over, a couple frames over when she moves, change the numbers, move it over, keep on doing that until like it follows her around the whole time. And it's really easy if you think about it. So now my clip looks like this.
Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking my.
As you can tell, I didn't fully go into depth with it. Like I didn't fully like change the scale for it. Sometimes like here it might be a little bit too big, so I would click S on my keyboard and like use like what I did before. I would keyframe the original scale at the beginning, go to where I feel like it's too big, scale it down a little bit by moving the numbers, and yep, and every time I feel like it's too big, I'll just scale down the numbers, make sure I change it back to its original size right before the keyframe, so it changes abruptly.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself.
Yep, and you see it's using just the use of keyframes in it. Pretty much you don't have to worry about those. You don't have to worry about those. But pretty much that's it for it.
Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself.
As you guys can tell, that probably took me like 30 minutes. But yeah, I hope this really helped all of you guys. As you can see, it's very, very easy. I could make a more in-depth one if we hit like a certain amount of likes, I guess. Or I can make another video on like other things like velocity, like how to create basic Fortnite montages. Because yeah, I really like helping people using this software or any other software because it's really hard. And I was at that point once where I really needed help, so other people really helped me. So if you guys liked it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you want to. I mean, it's free, but like comment